parameters, and then VS2 is also having the same. So what we did, we have using the output method, each and every test and test series we have assigned for the each.
This call is now being recorded.
We did the one-to-one mapping, okay, until here, and then we also combine these individual raw data set mapping thing, intermediate data sets, and then whereas we have assigned for the we have derived the VS STRESM and standard character variables, numeric variables for the result. Okay. Also, as I said, this if you go and check in the specification, there is an initial tab. It's a header. So there, what are the busy structure we have available in this study? So based on the raw variable folder name. So when you use the folder like this, okay, if the folder is say CRN, then the visit should be screening and the visit num should be 10. And then ENRL, it should be baseline day 1 and the visit num should be 20. So based on that, how many visits we have, you have to do it for the repeat for the rest all the things, okay. So we have did here until here yesterday. So apart from this, what are the variables is pending was we discussed yesterday. So the sequence, as I said, this will supposed to derive at the end, and then the baseline flag we have to derive, and then the VSDTC or VSDY, okay, vital signs. So these are the three variables we have to derive it, okay. So we'll go one by one. The first we'll derive the vital signs baseline flag VSBLFL. So now tell me, before we start with the vital signs, okay, VSBLFL baseline flag for the vital signs. So what is the definition of the baseline flag? We have discussed many times this baseline flag derivation. So you also explained, some people said that the correct definition, okay. Whenever you said the wrong answer, I have corrected it as well. So now I am expecting from everyone, what is the baseline flag definition? You have to tell it. So what is the baseline flag? This kind of competency, this kind of interest, straight away I can say that, okay, this is not at all sufficient for the even fresher interview as well. I'm clearly saying that, okay. So this competency, not at all even 1% is sufficient for the fresher interview, I'm saying, not for the experienced one, okay. So you people have to practice more, you people have to read more, you people have come up with the questions and you clarify, then only you'll get the subject. Anyway, so then the latest non-missing value prior to the treatment. So when we are saying that the prior to the treatment means obviously the treatment start day is the in every study first dose of drug administration, which is nothing but the reference start date. Okay, so it means how can we make sure that our vital signs day is the prior to the treatment? So what we can do, the vital signs captured a VSDTC. We'll compare with your RFSTDTC for the subject wise. So which are the assessment records is prior to the treatment start date, those records we will filter it out and then we will sort it out, and then latest non-missing value. For example, if more than one record for the within the prior to treatment, then we have to take the latest non-missing. Why you are saying the non-missing? Your result should not be missing when we are deriving the baseline flag. Here two things you have to remember. So for example, some of the studies, some of the assessments, some of the tests might be not having any assessments prior to treatment. So in that case, how we can derive the baseline flag? So there with the particular test CD and the particular subject, you will having a missing baseline flag. We cannot do anything. Why? Because there is no assessment for that particular subject or the particular study or the particular domain. We don't have any assessment prior to the treatment. Then we cannot do anything. Okay. So but we have to derive. So now what I need to do that, okay, I have to compare the biosynthesis assessment date with the RFSTDTC. So I have to merge with this DM. So from there we can get it the RFSTDTC. So this is a straightforward merge. You can do that. Okay, I already did in the A. So the same we can copy it here and then edit it. Okay. So here VS_4. Okay, so the A is obviously VS3, B dot RFSTDTC from AE dot 1 as A means VS_3 as A left join SDTM dot DM as B on A dot U subject is equal to B dot is fine. I think we have to run until here. So far, is there any questions from anyone? So if no questions, so this VS3 we will merge with the demographic DM domain and then we'll get it the RFS TDC. Let me check that how it is populated. So okay, it is run properly and you'll have to check that VS_4. If you can check at the end, we'll have the RFS TDC. So if you can see the each and every subject, whatever, okay. So there are many subjects we don't have the RFS TDC. Why? Because the subject is not present in the TM. In the real time, it will not the case, but here the data is deleted some in the wrong manner. That's why it is got some subject we don't have in them, but let it be. The concept and logic you have to understand that it will be the remain same for NAV. Next, now what we need to do that, okay, from the VS4 we have to find the prior to RFS TDC record, vital signs prior to RFS TDC. Okay, so then okay, if what it does that number n is function what it does. No one knows what it means for the inverse function does. Prior means less than, right? And your VS or array should not be missing. Okay, those records we will find it. Okay, so first of all we'll check that how it works this condition. So the character was going to numeric your NVS is for the only. Okay, CMIS, we can use the CMIS then. Again 1195 CMIS also it's not working, it's taking as a PSTTC. But still not getting. Yeah, so what we are doing here, okay, if you your vital signs date and the reference start date is not missing. Why? Because when you are comparing something, then both dates should not be missing. So if one date is missing and another date is present, how can you compare, right? So whenever you are doing the arithmetic operation, you have to make sure that both values should not be missing. Okay. And then your vital signs date is less than your RFS to DTC. So it means prior to the treatment. So your result VS or RAS should not be missing. Okay. So those record, what we can do, we will then output into VS underscore VL. Else or so we'll create today. I hope this step is everyone aware, right? So we can create the both data sets at the same time. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to create the both data sets. If this condition is true, then that will output into those records in the VSBLFL, and then the remaining records all will go to the VS file. Okay. So why? Because we need first to derive the baseline flag. Okay. Those records, the condition satisfy record should be another. Once we derive the baseline flag, then we will append it back to this data set. Okay. Is it clear for everyone? Why we are getting this? $131. I have updated, right? Where is CMIS again? And 142. Probably we have make sure already the condition it is missing RFS studiously. But why it is going to in this loop? This will not run. Mhm. 224 out of this here the 216 and 224 560. Where it's going, the remaining records. The data is not supported here. Anyway. Where is flag? Okay, so whenever these records are prior to this and then okay, got it. Now we can select vs underscore bl and vs underscore 6. Okay. Sorry. Okay, out of 560, okay, 216 records were in that data sets and then remaining 344 in this data. So the VSBLFL records, the 216 records, which is the baseline flag condition satisfied record. Okay, so now what we need to do that we have to take care of that. Okay, the first latest non-missing value prior to the treatment. So now we can take the data set. Okay, roxot data vs underscore bl. Okay, by user subj id vs test cd vs dtc. Okay, run. Next data vs underscore bl1 set vs underscore bl. We can do the same by if first dot. Okay, subject we can take that, it will create one if. Okay, first dot vs test cd, then vs BLFL equal to y. Okay. So let me run and check. Lot of typos. View sub JD vs test CD. Okay, so now it is run. Then we'll check the VSL BLFL1 data set. Yeah. If you can see the VSBLFL, okay, it is given the baseline flag with all the records. It means each and every subject, okay, if you can see these. Actually, this is wrong.
Downloads.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, this is flag, right? Okay, baseline flag is somewhat different. Then why we don't have only VS test to see? Cheppan me doubt ente?
Sir, VS ORR is non-missing button. Any button, sir.
I have said that, okay, the latest non-missing value anna. Non-missing value and into the VS or VS result should be present. If the result is missing, then how can we assign that is the missing value as a baseline value? Right? So that's why we have taken this condition. Got it?
So value should be there.
Right. Yeah. VS test to CD. Then why if the first VS test it is again typo. TST. Okay. I hope it should be resolved now. Let me check. Yeah. If you can see the wherever our condition is satisfied, there it is popular to VS baseline flag. For example, if you can see the first subject, okay, so this is the one of the subject. If you can see, for the first two records is the DABP records, but is only one record flagged as a baseline. Okay, the latest one. And then height is one record, it is flagged as a Y. And then pulse is to having the two records, the latest is having a this one. Okay, so. But actually, we have to take the last data or the descending. Why? Because latest, right? We have to take LAST. Yeah. Yeah, if you can see, it is changed. The second record is the latest one. So yeah, now we can match append to the older one. We can drop the flag variable here. Okay, so now we can this VS BLFL underscore 1 we can set to the which data set? This one, VS6, right? So the remaining records will have it here. The data VS underscore 7 set VS underscore BL1 and VS underscore 6. Okay, so the both you can set. Apart from this, is there an VSL, VLSL, then sequence at the end VSDY? Okay, we can do it. Okay, so then okay. Now all the records will okay. I can say the U sub ID. Okay, so that it will sort by the subject ID. Okay, so the VS7 contains the again entire records. If you can see here, VS home, but we dropped. Okay, but we haven't run it again, right? Okay. So the VS7, yeah, flag variable is dropped, but then other data set is having flag. Okay, but anyway, so if you can see this BLFL is derived for the wherever applicable. Now this is the VSDY we have to derive. But also study the same logic we can apply for the entire SDTM datasets, as I said. So previously we have derived the study day calculation in adverse event dataset AE for the AESTDTC, AE and DTC. AESTDY, AE and DY. The same logic you can use, okay? Your assessment date is on or after your RFSTDTC, then it should be the assessment date minus RFSTDTC plus 1. Else, assessment date minus RFST. That's it. The same logic we can use it here. Okay? So this one you can copy and then put it here. Data VS underscore 8 set VS underscore 7 here what we can do, we can use the VSDTC instead of AESTDTC. That's it. Copy paste. Here is that AEST divided. We have the VSDY. That's it. VSDY. Again here VSDTC. Again here VSDY. Again here this. Okay. Then wherever the dates is available, there it will be derived for your study day calculation. Okay, again it is an issue, I am not sure. Annual argument function input. Okay. But both dates are not missing, right? You can do this statement as it is. Whenever you have the missing values, then if you can do the arithmetic operation, you can get that kind of issues. So then you can make sure that the dates are not missing. Yeah. So the VS8, if you can see the wherever date is available, there it is derived VSDY. Okay. It is here is missing dates. That's why missing RFSTD. That's why we are getting a missing study day. Where it is present, it is captured. Now the last one is the sequence. Sequence also we derived in the adverse event. The same logic here. The only variable is that's it. Okay. It is struct. Okay. Here we can take it this one and 9. Sorry. Use subject ID and so VS test CD. VS DTC. Okay. Then the same variable you can copy for this one. First dot use subject ID. Then it is here is a VS sequence. Okay. Let me run Yeah. If you can see, the sequence is derived only the first record, right? It is wrong, right? We'll do that. Yeah. It is derived, if you can see. But actually, without written also it should work. I'm not sure what's wrong with this as version. So the same piece of code we work for AE domain, if you remember correctly. It should work, but I'm not sure what's wrong here. But anyway, I use the region so that it will carry forward. So if you can see that, okay, these are the sequence number. Okay, so with respect to that, all the variables we have derived. So now what we can do, we can copy from the variable names from spec, and then we can output into here. Okay, so the same logic here, what you can see that you can copy and then put it into an Excel. Here you can apply the concatenate function of, okay, concatenate. So the first one is this one, and one space, then LABL next equal sign, next single quotation, next your text, next again quotation, and closed it. So this one is as a function, you can paste as a values, then you can copy and put it here, that's it. Okay, so the study ID can relate it. The keep statement, again, okay, you already know what to do that. Okay, it's a simple, you can copy, paste it here, transpose this, again copy, open notepad, when it open, paste it, and then this additional you can copy, Control H, Control V, and with a single space replace it. Okay, so this you can copy and then put into keep statement. Done. Your vital signs programming also done. So the epoch, okay, epoch as I said we don't have, then that's why you can assign here, it's okay, can keep it also epoch equal to now missing. Okay, you go and open your SDTM library, there you will have the VS domain. Yes, this is the vital signs dataset looks like. Okay, this is what your vital signs dataset. Yeah. So is that clear? You have any questions so far? That's it for the vital signs. Do you have any questions? Now it's in the overlook case. That's it. Yeah, so that's it for the vital signs program. I saved it, okay? So please go and practice this vital signs as well, and then also not only this one, you can, okay, I have explained each and every class one data set, and then I'll also explain another 1 or 2 domains. So the meanwhile, what you need to do that, you can practice first these 3 domains, and then you can, based on the specification, have to start working on the remaining domains. While you're working, if you have any question, don't just come up with the questions, you can take it up the questions, and then I'll explain. Okay, so that's it for today. Is there any questions or any concerns from anyone?
Sir, in VSDY there are some negative signs. Can you explain what does it exactly mean? Like the vital signs.
Obviously, right? So this is negative means it is a prior to, how we are deriving the vital signs dy, VSDY. We are comparing with the reference start date, okay? If you, let's assume that day I have explained clearly, but you forgot, okay? So if the vital signs day is today is the day 1, tomorrow is the day 2, yesterday is the day -1, right? So if your vital signs is captured prior to the treatment, the value should be negative, obviously.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Is there any other questions from anyone? Okay, then I can take it as no. Please practice and then come up with the questions. Okay, tomorrow we'll see another domain, and then later, if there are another concepts in SGTM, then we'll take it up that, and then we'll move to Adam part. Thank you, everyone.